What's the deal, guys? It's your boy Kelly Kel, and we're back at it with another episode of The Red Room, sponsored by the one and only Vibe Energy. All right. And today we have Florida's finest, one of the most talented artists I've heard on the platform yet, the one and only Ainjo.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for that introduction. How sweet.
Of course.
I'm Ainjo. Hi, everyone.
Of course, man. So first, I just wanted to start off kind of like diving into where it all started, right? And I know you've touched on this before, but it all started by you singing a note in the shower. And then you have this drive of like, I want to take care of my family, my mom at the time, and your active duty. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of where it starts. But tell me, like, from that time till now, like, what's the timeline? Like, how long have you been, doing this?
I've been pursuing music for about 8 years now. 8 years. And I've been out of the military for 2. So I've been completely solo and independent. Uh-huh. Well, I've been independent the entire time, but not having the military. Mm-hmm. The last 2 years, I've still been able to do it. Uh-huh. It's been a lot of work. It's been dedication. It's been commitment, but we're getting it done. And I feel like we're doing it well.
You are doing phenomenal.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll get into that too. We're going to touch every point that we can today, as far as quality and everything. But specifically, I'm curious to know, like, when you were creating in the military, what was the feedback like? Obviously, it was good, right? Because you kept going, I'm assuming.
The feedback was good. However, I did not get much support from the military. I would have to take leave to try and do things, or I would lie a little bit to say I'm doing something else to try and get the things that I needed to get done. But it's a lot easier to navigate through my music and my career without being active duty. If I was still in right now, I would not be as far as I am, just because I definitely would be on a ship and I would definitely be on somebody's deployment. So I had to get out to be able to give everything that I want to give to my music career.
What were some challenges you faced as far as like creating? You're like, well, I had to move around, getting on and off the ship. What were some challenges where you're like, damn, this is hard?
So initially, when I first started making music, I was on a ship. So about three years, I was still on a ship. I was getting booked for shows, but then I'd be underway and I couldn't go. Oh. I would try and get into the studio whenever we were in port, so I wasn't able to move as freely. But the last 5 years of me being active duty, I was stationed at a hospital. So I was definitely able to move and finesse through that. Okay, yes. Okay. I was, and I had to lie a little bit to get what I needed to get through with the Navy. But I mean, it ended up working out. Yeah. It depends on your command and the people that you work with, but I was able to get what I needed to get done.
So outside of the support of, as far as like them not being accommodating for what you were looking to get done, what about your peers? Did everybody respond well? Did they support it, or was it a lot of haters?
I say a lot of haters.
Yeah.
But I did have some people that were very, very close and supportive. Shout out to my best friend Carlos. He was very supportive. He would play my music in the galley. Yeah. Because I worked in the galley. Okay. And then my best friend Tierney, she would show my music, and my friend Avian. Like, I had a lot of, I won't say a lot, but I did have some people that were supportive, and they wanted to see me grow, and they would help me while I was active duty because they were active duty also. Yeah. I'd perform, and I would invite my command or the people that I worked with to my performances. Probably like 2 people would come, and mind you, I worked with 30. Mm-hmm. So whoever wanted to support, they supported, and they showed love, and I appreciate the people that showed love.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that says a lot because, like you said, it's a small amount of support, but when you got... It's a difference between like, I like your music, I like what you're doing. That's still support, right? But then there's a difference between that and like, I'm gonna play your shit in the hallway, make sure everybody knows who this is.
Right. Oh, my senior chief at the time too, she had came with me to like a couple of performances. So I did have people who supported. So let me not say I didn't. I just wish I guess I couldn't anticipate everybody supporting me. Even though, it's supposed to be camaraderie and everybody's supposed to be family, but sometimes it didn't feel like that with the people that I worked with. That's where Weirdo came from. One of the people that I worked with. So shout out to the Weirdo also.
Yeah. So far, the music that we've heard has been real life stories, so we like
Absolutely.
That. I feel bad for Chapstick Rick though. That's one of the ones. I'm gonna go ahead and spin that a few times. Send that to some of my homegirls. Like, I know you know a few of these. Going from your first EP 555, I remember listening to that and comparing it to Chapstick Rick, which is your most recent single. There's tremendous growth there from all aspects of the production, right? From just the cover art to the production side of things. What can you look back on and be like, is there anything like that you could look back on specifically and be like, this was something I knew I wanted to change or get better at or whatever it is?
All of it. It's funny. I it was my first time putting music out, and I was really, really excited, but I was getting beats from YouTube. I was writing everything myself. And I was just like, I don't want to say rushing, but I was just ready to be heard without like putting actual time into the craft. So
Yeah.
when I hear it now, I'm just like, ugh. It's cute for what it was. I think it was like
No.
22.
You had great
23.
music out.
You think so?
I see the first release you had, which was only a few years before that, and then that EP comes out. I think your first release was in 2018 on the platforms, and then that album comes out, or EP comes out in 2019. It's like that's only a year of making music before you put a body of work out. In my opinion, it was a great first project.
You think so?
For sure.
Well,
for sure.
thank you. Thank you.
For sure.
I tried my best. Like
Yeah.
I said, when I hear it now, I'm just like, ugh. Like there's like YouTube tags, and then some of the music has gotten brought down because I didn't know like the business part of everything, and I didn't know that you had to get things mixed and matched. Like I was still learning. I was going to YouTube to get information, and then trying, and then everybody that I worked with was different. Everything was a little all over the place. So now I have a consistent team that I work with. Like I have a songwriter and an engineer and a producer and a creative director. Like I just have management. I have everything, and I just feel like it's all flowing cohesively, and it all sounds cohesive, and I have my sound and my brand. It's cool.
We can tell that you have a solid team behind you for sure. When it comes to the music, one thing that stands out specifically is your ad libs. And so I kind of wanted to ask you, like, is that something that you were intentional about, or was it just like, nah, this is my style, I want to try this, and you just liked it and kept going? Or did you knew you wanted to stand out somehow?
When I'm in the studio, I will listen to it on a loop and just go. And whatever just comes, we keep some, we take some out, but I enjoy the ad libs. I think they're fun. I think they're cute. And sometimes they're necessary, sometimes they aren't, but they always work. And I do get a lot of inspo from Doja Cat. So shout out to Doja Cat for the inspo ideas. She's a very talented woman.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost sometimes like you're either like mocking, or you're like you're kind of like making fun of them, or it's like making light of something in the ad libs. I could feel it, like, and I'm like, okay, like she getting some shit off right there. Like, all right,
absolutely. I need to get things off my chest. I like to talk shit.
Yeah,
not talk shit all the time. I have not all the time, not every day, but enough.
What I've noticed so far, just in our brief conversation, is that you're more outgoing and you are willing to say what's on your mind. And I feel like you might approach music like that. But has the vulnerability been like something hard for you, or?
No, I'm a Cancer, so I don't know if the vulnerability is because yes. So I mean, I'm a very emotional girl, and I try and save everyone, and I'm a problem solver. So I try and save myself. I feel my feelings. I try not to let them consume me. So sometimes I just put it all on paper. Well, most of the time I put it all on paper. When I'm writing, I'm either in the shower or I'm driving. I'll put on a beat and I'll put my phone on, the record, and then I just, whatever comes to my mind is getting recorded, and then I write based off of that. So if Pretty was a contest, I was in my car listening to a beat and I was like, that bitch ain't got shit on me. With better clothes. And then I was like, wait, no. And it just depends. Like, it's just how I'm feeling in the moment.
The driving aspect of it is like the best way to kill time in traffic and stuff. So I could appreciate that personally, because I hate sitting in traffic. I think it's a waste of time.
Right.
So putting on a beat is like, at least I can get a song done, or start one. As far as how you're moving visually and aesthetically online, right? It's you're literally in competition with labels, and your visuals are on that status, if not better, right? And I know you just named a few, right? You have people on your team, creative director, songwriter, producers, things like that. How did you go about building your team for people that may be looking to get into a position like you? Like, what was the key? Because it seems like everything is working.
So I met my creative director from a different, I wanted to do a live performance, and my creative director was doing BTS. And then I had a couple conversations with him, and then we started doing visuals.
Yeah.
I had actually did a talent show on Instagram with Love Renaissance, and I won.
Oh.
So then their people reached out to me and were like, what do you need? And then I was like, I need a songwriter and I need an engineer. Then they introduced me to them. And all of these people were extremely professional. They're extremely talented. And then we've just been working together ever since, and it's been 5 years. My engineer or my producer that I have now, he reached out to me on Instagram, and I was like, you know what? I have a good feeling about him. People reach out to me on Instagram often, and sometimes, it's a little iffy, but I don't know. We just had great conversation. Then we had a Zoom call, and then it's been 2 years now, and we be right.
Yeah.
We'll text and we'll check on each other, and he's like, I'll send him Elliot. Shout out to Elliot. I'll send him like me singing Blank, and then he'll just build everything around it.
Yeah.
So whatever he hears, we'll go with it. He just builds around it. It's really, really cool.
I feel like when you have that kind of star power, people are attracted to you. What do you use like in your discernment to be like, this person's not for me, or you know what, I could see this leading? Is it just like an energy thing, or what do you get? Like, how do you even gauge that?
I'd say it's an energy thing. Like you over here making me key. You all right?
Okay.
Initially,
yeah, you don't want somebody trying too hard.
Don't try too hard.
Yeah.
Don't do too much. Say hi to me.
Yeah.
Like the other day, somebody DM'd me and they were like, "Who is this?" And I'm like, "Damn, can I get a hi first?" And then he was like, hi, "Okay, sorry, my bad. Hey, I'm so and so, and if you want to do a feature." Sir, you didn't even say hi to me.
Yeah.
It's the vibes. Vibes don't lie.
No, they don't. They don't. And that's why we got Vibe Energy to go ahead and push that as well. Let's talk about current music, right? So on Chapstick Rick, you said that you have live arrangements on there. That's something that most artists are not doing unless you have a label behind you. And even that, sometimes it's like your producer's cooking up. So what was the reason or like the inspiration behind that of like, nah, let's get the live arrangements on here and let's do this? Like, what made you want to go that route?
Honestly, that's all Elliot. That's all Elliot.
Okay.
I'll tell him, like, there's been times where I'll be like, oh, I want it to sound like this. And then he'll be like, okay. Or I'll be like, I would like it to be this type of drum or this type of horn or this type of something. And then he'll make it happen. Shout out to Elliot. Talented man.
Dang, that's cool. That's cool. I for any artist that might be watching, like, I hope that they can aspire to get to a situation where they got people in the right positions to just make this shit happen. Because that's a beautiful thing that you get to do that. Like, I lean on my team. I tell them what I need and they make it happen.
It's amazing.
So let's talk about your new album. All right. The exclusive. Let's get a little bit of it. So it's titled Him. And what does Him stand for?
Hopeless in Men.
Hopeless in Men. And so can you give us kind of like the backstory behind it a little bit?
I just feel like everybody has a him, whether like good or bad. The project is just a whole story about how different men have evolved me into being the woman that I am today. Like whether, like I said, whether good or bad, like it's about platonic male friendships.
Right.
With a small penis or a weird guy at work. I just feel like everybody can relate to this certain him.
Yeah.
Like I want somebody to hear it and be like, I know him. Yep, that's this is him, that is him, like, different. Like I said, every song is about one individual. And there's 14 songs and there's been 14 different men that affected my life.
That's beautiful to hear. I think that that's very relatable. Very relatable, especially for women, obviously, because they're on the receiving side of those things. So okay, and so what can we expect from you? I know you said you got visuals lined up, and you're ready to rock.
A lot of visuals. We're throwing an event. We are just doing our best, man. It's been a lot. It's been a lot, but I can say that the track list will be out soon. Okay, so that's very exciting. And then we have a nice visual for the track list, like a little movie. Yeah. The whole thing. And my fiance's in it. My homeboys are in it. Shout out to Cam, the campaign. He directed it and produced it and all that good stuff. We've just know that we've been putting in a lot of work. Yeah. A lot of work. It feels good.
It's evident for sure. But it's paying off, it seems like. I did want to touch on, because we're about to wrap up here, but I did want to touch on the live, your live singing. What's the reactions you get when you perform these songs and you say that, when you start talking that talk, like?
Oh, people know I'm known for talking shit. So.
Yeah, so they know what they're going to get.
Oh, absolutely. Interestingly enough, I think with him, it's shit talking, but then it's like, sometimes I'm sad, but then it's like, I'm also in love. So it's a good variety of everything.
Okay.
I mean, it's about life.
Yeah. When's the listening party?
September 5th.
So it's coming up here.
It's coming up, and then I'm pretty sure I'm trying to have it to where people can buy tickets to watch it later.
course.
You know, because a lot of people that support me, they aren't in San Diego, and people want to see and people want to be involved. So I think I'm going to get it like live streamed and recorded so that, you know,
Yeah.
I can sell tickets so people can, so everybody can see and
Okay.
enjoy.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you're talking to the live stream kings right here. So,
Hey,
but before we go, is there anything that you want to kind of tell your folks and your people? Anybody that's watching you, either supporters or new people that just found you?
I just appreciate all of y'all for listening. I appreciate just being able to grow and the journey that I've been on. I've been very blessed. God has been good. My fiance has been very supportive. Also, shout out to him. And I just really hope that everyone enjoys him. I want a Grammy. We are trying to get a Grammy. Amen.
Amen.
And I genuinely, unbiasedly, believe that this project is going to take me very far by the grace of God. Amen. And I appreciate y'all also for allowing me to be here in this interview and performing with y'all. So thank you very much.
Thank you as well for blessing us with your presence and your energy. And we look forward to having you back on here after the Grammy. So
Amen.
that'd be great.
Amen. Amen. Shout out to my management too. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to management. Hey, well, I'm your boy Kelly Kel, and I'm with the one and only Ainjo. That's all our time for today. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Hey, we live. Period.